From meeting your favorite celebrities to getting the pet reptile of your dreams, Reptile Expos are the place to be. And today, I'm going to show you 5 from all around the world you can't miss.
No. There.
Oh, wow.
I almost
Wow.
got you.
I love your plastic money.
Hey, what happened?
These guys want a ball python.
Dude, hashtag Snelk.
I've always wanted to come to Tinley. I've never been to Tinley, mostly because I knew Dave was going to be here. I had to be here at this show. It's one of the biggest ones. It's the granddaddy of them all. There's an auction. There's reptiles.
There are also cougars here.
And more importantly, there's Brian Cusco. Brian, what was the biggest thing that you learned today, conspiracy or not conspiracy related, at the Tinley Reptile Show?
You know, I learned more than I ever thought I would about Snelk.
Okay.
Sneeters and sneets and snutters, and
Probably start sucking on them snutters right away.
the mothers don't leave the babies. And the fact that they actually do nourish them for, you know, as long as is really needed, with rattlesnakes much longer than others. That's probably the biggest thing.
Are you on Team Snilk then? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, 100%, dude. Hashtag Snelk.
Okay. Also, Dave Kaufman.
Who's that? I've never heard of him.
Dave Kaufman. He's a guy.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, he works for Zilla.
So, Dave, would you like to show me around the expo?
Yeah, let's go. You can win a sticker. You can win a pin, a keychain. You can win a ball python.
So Dave, how many spins can I get for 20 Canadian dollars?
So let's look at the exchange rate on my little phone here. That is $1.45 American right now.
So can I have half of a spin?
You can have half of a spin.
But I did win
A bracelet.
a bracelet. Okay,
Dun, dun,
cool.
dun. A rattle-on bracelet.
Thanks, Dave.
There you are.
Some of the cool things about coming to these expos that are different and bigger is you see cool snakes that you normally don't see anywhere else. So this is a sunbeam snake, and I found one of these 2 years ago in the middle of nowhere in Thailand. We just dug this thing up. And what's really cool is you can see how iridescent they are. The problem is when you buy a sunbeam snake, basically what you're doing is you're signing up for a box of dirt in your living room. That's kind of it. But when you dig them up and they don't look in blue like this, they shimmer like an oil slick on your driveway that you have to wash off later. This is one of the most beautiful snakes you can find from Southeast Asia. You can find them in Indonesia, Thailand, and generally you're gonna find them in urban areas, in people's backyards or in canals, things like that. So this is a beautiful snake. I've never seen one in captivity before, so it's kind of cool when you get to see something in captivity that you found in the wild. So Garrett, is it true that they call it a cow retic because it produces snilk from its snutters and sneets?
It's doing it right now.
Yeah.
Look, zoom in on this. Can you see the snilk and snutters and the sneet? This is the sneet. Everyone thinks I just have sweaty armpits, but look. No. There.
Oh, wow.
I almost
Wow.
got you.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm milking them for
So
you.
I told you.
There's the sneets and the snutters.
Wow.
That's actually, snutter is a pretty good term for that.
That snilk is smelly. That's
You
smelly
just-
snilk. I think
you
it's
just
expired.
snutted all over you.
He's pooping in my booth.
If you didn't believe in snilk now.
One of the best things about these big expos is seeing the variety. Things like tree monitors that most of us can't afford, but we can go and look at, hold, and photograph. Also, making things cheaper for you where normally you'd have to pay full retail price. At these expos a lot of the time, they're giving out free samples. Garrett, can you show us your coolest snake?
Unfortunately, he's covered in mites. No, just kidding.
Those are big mites.
This is actually the world's first super dwarf cow that ever hatched. So the cow is a morph. It superficially looks a little bit like maybe a palmetto corn snake. Blue-eyed leucistic. This one's actually deep in shed. Still looks fantastic. He's a little pinkish, but this guy's never had a bad day in his life. So these guys hatch. What's up, buddy? He's 4 years old. He's proven breeder adult. So this is how big he gets. Looking at the super dwarfs, they hatch out solid white. And then what's cool with him being deep in shed is that they gain spots and speckling of like random parts of the retic pattern. So you got blacks, grays, golds, oranges. It's completely unpredictable. For a pet, it's so much fun to see. I mean, everybody likes watching their snake shed and grow and look all fresh. But when it looks fresh and completely new at the same time, it's like the best thing in the world.
This is a Chinese crocodile lizard. This is probably the most rare species that you're gonna find at an expo like this. And even though he's not for sale, I'm gonna put him in my pocket, but don't tell Zillow that. This is one of the coolest animals that you're gonna find. And also, this is one of those ones that's really endangered, so if you're gonna be able to buy one of these, make sure that you buy one that's captive bred. If you can find one, and if you do have them already, try to captive breed them. Be part of the solution, because these things are disappearing from the wild. They're critically endangered. There's not very many of them left. And just in general, it's kind of an honor to be able to hold this thing and even look at it as well. So thanks to Zilla for bringing this guy along. His name is now, what's his name? Shinny. His real name is Frank. Well, we'll call him Shinny just to make Zilla happy.
Are you that famous YouTuber?
Yeah, something like that.
And how do you think the Tinley Expo is going so far today and yesterday? Did you walk here from Canada?
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
busted my knee on the way home.
Hi.
Can you tell me about the coolest thing you've seen here at the Expo so far?
I'm still trying to evaluate that, but I'm looking at some Amazonian fringe frogs, which I thought were really cool.
Cruzio Hyla?
Is that the Latin name?
I think so, yeah.
There you go. Well, I'm still just enamored with those. Actually, the show is really loaded. Like, there is so much good stuff. Big pixie frog. I love pixie frogs. And I'm supposed to do for Dave Kaufman's
Who's
thing.
that? I've never heard of him.
Dave Kaufman. He's a guy.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, he works for Zilla.
Oh,
No,
okay.
nothing in particular. Everything.
could see his tail was nibbled off or bit off by
Yeah.
Did you
the
bite
other
it off
babies.
yourself?
No,
No.
we would never do that.
So you didn't bite the tail?
No.
off
Probably
of
his
the bearded
other
dragon?
siblings did.
Did
Maybe,
you
we
take it
don't
off
know.
so that at your next birthday party you can play pin the tail on the bearded dragon?
No.
Reptile Expos aren't good because they're big. They're good because they have a great sense of community and a ton of different animals to look at. When the tables all look different and people are happy to talk to you, and there's a sense of community. Events like auctions. And it doesn't just feel like a Walmart that you're walking into where nobody talks to each other, they buy their stuff and then leave. That is what makes an expo great. And that's why I love some of the NARBC expos like this one in Dallas, where I just got to goof around with my friends and see the coolest reptiles I could find. The Dallas NARBC was incredible. We got to catch up with your favorite YouTubers like Emily, Neptune, and so many more to tell me about animals I didn't even know existed and show me at this expo. Catalia, can you tell me about the craziest reptile that is here today that no one's ever seen before?
I have something spectacular, one of a kind. No one has ever even heard of it. It's called the wrinkly old woman lizard, and it's wrinkly, old, and eats people.
What is the Latin name for the wrinkly old woman?
That would be Wrinkleiditis lychee wrinkle. I did go to school and took a class on the lychee wrinkle species, so I do know a lot about it.
Okay. So where do they come from endemically?
Texas.
Texas.
Mhm.
Okay.
They come from Texas. Commonly found in the basements of older people who
Okay.
don't visit their basements often because they're old and they don't need to go down there and it's full of cobwebs. And sometimes these guys will pop out and consume the older wrinkly humans, and that's why they become wrinkly themselves. So she's already consumed a few. That's why she's so wrinkly.
What I heard is they hide out behind shelving units at Buc-ee's and then jump out and eat older people. Is that true?
That's actually a myth.
Oh, okay.
They're only found in dwellings where people live, sleep, and poop.
Got it.
So,
Okay.
and they do all those things there too.
Okay. Well, Catalia, I can't thank you enough for showing us this. Do you think it's Big Reptile that's keeping this a secret? Do you think that's what it is?
It's Big Reptile.
Big Reptile?
Because they know how much it's worth. Like this one right here, I'm selling for 50 grand.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, one last question. Is it true that they have lasers that go out of their eyes?
Also a myth.
Something I've noticed at these expos, not only all these animals, which are clearly very real, but huge variety I've never seen at other shows, like this Gynocephalus species here, which we'll get to in a minute, but mountain horn dragons being one of them. I couldn't even film them because they sold so fast. Mountain horn dragons for $35 on a table, ready to buy. I couldn't even believe what I was seeing. Getting these animals into the hobby where people can breed them and create captive-born mountain horn dragons is such a step in the right direction, and I love to see it. Will, can you tell me about this crazy primate that I've never heard of before?
So this is a scaled monkey, okay? It's called a prehensile tail porcupine. They bite really bad, they have really sharp claws, so let's see how bad I'm gonna get bit here.
And when you take them out, Will, what do they eat?
These guys pretty much eat all types of leaves, bugs. They really like fingers when people try to grab them, so
Do they ever eat neighbors' dogs?
maybe. I've never personally seen it, but I've heard about it.
Is it true that as they get to sexual maturity, they sprout wings on the back of their head?
I heard it was more towards their shoulders, but
okay.
oh god, her nails are so sharp.
Can you tell me exactly where they come from?
These guys, I believe, come from a small town called Bangkok. In Asia, yeah. So they were crafted in a lab there.
Interesting. Is there anything else you'd like to tell us about this scaled monkey?
I'm terrified of monkeys and primates, so I'm sweating a little bit right now.
Gynocephalus chameleontinus, which I know sounds like something you'd want to get cleared up from a doctor, but actually it's a Southeast Asian dragon, often called a forest dragon or false chameleon dragon in parts of Asia. Think of a mountain horned dragon, but maybe even a little bit cooler. Definitely a dream species for me if I could ever find one that was captive bred, which is really, really difficult. But look how magnificent this animal is. Can you please tell me about this very scary insect that you have?
He is terrifying. So he is a Phidippus regius jumping spider, and these fangs, I mean, look at these teal fangs here. They are menacing. I mean, I'm shocked I'm holding him right now. I'm trying so hard not to be scared.
You know, I always thought that they got the size of a small dog.
Those are the Florida variants. Those are the ones that are out there. They grow bigger.
Do the Florida variety, do they eat stray children, I heard?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Very scary. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Emily, what are these? I've never seen these before. What are they?
They're brand new to the hobby. These are shelled geckos, and they outgrow their shells kind of like hermit crabs do, so you have to provide them with continuously larger and larger shells for them to like slip out of their old ones and jump into the new ones. So we have some like younger shelled geckos in here and some older ones. They also change color as they get older too.
Where are they native to?
They're native to Pangaea.
Pangaea?
Yep.
Wow,
yep.
that's really
Very
impressive.
Prehistoric, yes.
Are you going to start breeding these at your facility?
I mean, I think I have to now.
Cool. Can you name that one, the really cute one right in front of you?
The cute one?
Mm-hmm.
Shell Silverstein.
Shell Silverstein?
Yep.
Thanks, Emily.
You're welcome.
I have a spiky-tailed Animbus cutie face.
And can you tell me a bit about this creature I've never heard of before?
So this creature, they live around Hawaii. They really love the volcanoes. That's why he's got that crisp orange colors. You can even see underneath his belly. It's got a few ashes on his back. He just really thrives. And the only way he's really going to thrive is in a Fluker's 4x2x2.
Oh, okay.
So that's the only way that he's going to thrive. Also, because we have the biggest crickets around.
Hi, Neptune.
Hello.
Can you tell me about the coolest reptile that most people don't know about?
Have you heard of a spotted slivern worm?
No, I've never heard of that. Can you tell me more about it?
So you guys may not know this, but because it is a worm, it also has to eat worms in gummy form.
Okay. And where is it from?
Gummy land, obviously.
So my question is, why do they keep being called children's pythons on people's tables?
I don't know. I really don't know. I feel like we just need to have a little conference and everyone gets together and just all comes in agreement of what we're going to call things.
Do you think it's Big Reptile behind the scenes paying extra to misrepresent the species?
I think it's Little Reptile.
Little
It's the
Reptile?
Little Reptile guys that are doing it.
Well, thank you for exposing the truth, Neptune.
I got you.
If you don't go to expos like this, you should consider it. The reason that we love reptiles is to get to interact with them. That's what made us fall in love. And there's some animals that I've never interacted with ever, including these amazing Aldabra tortoises. A 10-year-old Aldabra tortoise at this size, I've never got to put my hands on before. Of course, Reptile Expos aren't the only place to get reptiles. If you don't live in a place where you can go to one, or you just don't want to buy one in person, my new favorite app, Palmstreet, is just for you. If you're looking for a community where it's fun to be involved and you want to get the best reptiles for the best prices from the best people, that is why I love Palmstreet. No scams, no games. You log on, you go to an auction, it's over in 2 or 3 minutes. Or if you want a bigger ticket item that maybe you need some more time to think about, we've got long form auctions up to 3 days long on Palmstreet too. Plus, this coming weekend, we're running an event. If you're buying a reptile over $80, we're going to go ahead and give you free shipping up to $50. Just go to the coupon section on Palmstreet and get yourself free shipping. And as a seller, every reptile that you sell over $80, we're gonna give you an extra $10. That's up to $1,000. You can make up to $1,000 extra dollars this weekend selling on Palmstreet. This app is so good, I can't believe it's real, but it is. So go to the link below, whether you're a buyer or a seller, I've got something just for you. But it's not just the US that gets all the fun. In Canada, we've got some really cool regional expos, and those are the ones that I go to most, being that's where I'm from. And we've got some bigger national expos like the WCRE and one in Toronto also, and that's one of the first places that I filmed videos of these expos in 2019. The first place somebody knew who I was and wanted to shake my hand, and the place that I eventually met other YouTubers who I would travel the world with.
What's your channel? Wicked Reptiles. Wicked Reptiles. Yeah. That's a mouthful, but it works.
This guy, one of the reasons. The guy behind us, another one of the reasons. It's just great to see a lot of the familiar faces, and it's a community that we don't get a whole lot of FaceTime together. So when we can all get together, can all go for dinner and whatnot, it's a great time.
Anyway, thanks Mike, appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, there, that guy.
And some of these expos in Ontario are just unreal with some of the coolest animals, and the place that I got maybe my favorite animals in my collection.
So what we've got here is a rhino rat snake. This is a dream species for basically everybody. We don't really see a lot of these in Canada, and in fact, Fusion Reptiles is the only place in Canada, or in Quebec rather, that is producing these. So a really cool snake. They're arboreal, they're from parts of Asia. You need a little bit of a water feature, you need something up in the air, it's a little bit more difficult and unique, and also they have this little horn on their face. One of the coolest colubrids I've ever seen, and definitely a top 5 coolest reptile here at the Canadian Reptile Breeders Expo 2022. So here with Mike Taitula, Peepa Squad, and I'm really excited to see this. So this is a hognose snake, obviously, right? Yep. You guys see them all the time. But what's different about this hognose snake in comparison to stuff you see on my channel and everybody else's?
This hognose snake genetically is a Conda head albino.
Wow, really?
Yes, that's what we know. We obviously have never seen anything like this before. Nobody really has. As far as we can tell, it could be something like a paradox. It could be vitiligo. We have no idea.
Okay. You're trying to bring it out.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
We're trying to figure it out.
What is this exactly?
That's an orange dream scales.
So it's a scaleless ball python, and what makes a ball python different without scales than the normal ones that have scales?
They feel a lot like human skin, and they take a little extra care. They shed quite often, and they quite often need help with the shedding process. So it's something that takes a little more care than a normal one, but that's about it.
You know what it feels like? It feels like shaking my grandma's hand. That's what it feels like. Yeah, it feels like kind of like a older skin. It's very smooth, very interesting, and also they don't have ventral scales. Is that right?
That's right. They don't. No. They don't have heat pits either.
So no heat pits and no ventral scales makes it a little bit different, a little bit more unique, and you're not going to see these really anywhere except for here at the expo. You travel everywhere.
Yeah.
And obviously West Africa is far, far away. Why did you want to make a video about ball pythons in the wild?
Because it needed to be done. Nobody has ever done it before.
Okay, so that was day 1, and that means that tomorrow we're going to be back here and we're going to talk to some reptile people, and I'm going to show you the craziest thing that I have ever bought, ever. Day 2, Sunday. Today is Sunday, and it's the last day of the Canadian Reptile Breeders Expo, Canadian Pet Expo, and all the aquarium stuff, and I want to show you all of it. Yesterday was a busy day, today is a little bit more relaxed. For now, let's show you some other really cool stuff. We've got here a Banana OD Enchi Special. Now, ball pythons don't even look like ball pythons anymore sometimes. This thing like leapt off the table at me. It looks like it's a highlighter. If a highlighter was personified and then turned into a snake, it would be one of these guys right here. So we're at Canadian Balls, and they've got some of the coolest snakes that I've ever seen. Ball pythons are getting absolutely wild in Canada. If you're sleeping on them, now's the time maybe to get into a cool project.
He was so excited. He was watching your video last night. He's like, Dave Kaufman's coming too.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, great to meet you guys. Have fun.
One of the best parts about going to a reptile expo is getting your very first reptile or amphibian. So, Brittany, what are you getting?
Frog.
What kind of frog?
Fat boy.
A fat boy frog. So, Pac-Man frogs are very easy to take care of. What are you going to feed it?
Crickets.
So where are you going to keep it? In an enclosure. In an enclosure. The point is, you should always research your animal before you come, and make sure that you have an enclosure ready to go before you come, or run into your friend who has too many enclosures, who's going to give you the enclosure to put the frog in because it's already set up. Are you excited?
Yes.
Let's go buy your frog.
Okay.
Oh, they're only 25 bucks. And what's the Pac-Man's frog's name?
Peaches.
Peaches? And how do you feel about having your very first amphibian?
Excited and nervous.
Why'd you pick this frog?
Fat boy.
Fat boy? Okay. As long as you do the research, you know how to take care of it, you know what you're getting yourself in for. If you want a frog because he's a little fat boy and you think he's cute, then there's nothing wrong with that.
At first I thought it was a capybara.
They're the first largest rodent in the world. She's the third largest. The number one coolest thing that I saw at the Reptile Breeders Expo that you will never see at any expo in the United States, this is a Fiji banded iguana. Well, it's technically a Tonga banded iguana, right?
Yeah.
So it comes from the Fiji archipelago, and they are endangered, and they are not allowed to be brought into the U.S. You'll never see these in the U.S. except for in a private collection they shouldn't be in, or in a zoo. So this is by far the coolest animal that you're gonna find at any expo, and it's only here at the Canadian Reptile Breeders Expo. And he's coming home with me. So if you haven't hit subscribe already, hit subscribe right now so you can see more of this guy. Oh, so he's gonna be even bluer than this.
Oh yeah, like the photos that I posted, did you see them?
So I didn't even know these were here until I walked across.
The Canadian Expos are always a little special to me because this is where I started and this is where I got all those cool animals I get to show you. I even got to be the social media host for these expos for a couple of years. But if you're looking for one of the coolest experiences and most interesting arrays of animals, you got to get to California to the LA Pet Fair.
Herb time.
What's up?
So we're here at the expo and I want to find 5 things I've never heard of before. And I think I found one. What the heck is this thing?
This is Crocodilurus amazonicus, or the crocodile tegu.
So where are these found and why have I never seen one before?
So just like their name, they're from the Amazon, but you've probably never seen one because they just aren't very common and they're not usually captive bred. This one was captive bred in the US, probably one of the first. And
did you breed it?
No, I did not.
Are you working on breeding them?
No, I'm not. I was, but I moved and got a smaller spot, and I don't have the room for these because though they're not like a huge lizard, they do need a lot of space. They're kind of like the same care as a caiman lizard, so they like a lot of branches, a lot of water. I have a large enough enclosure, but not as large as I'd like, so I want to give them to someone who can do them justice, you know?
So do they get bigger than this, or is this how big they get?
They get maybe like a couple inches bigger, but this is about it, like 3 feet max.
Are they interested in water like caiman lizards too?
Yes, they always live near and around water.
So
And they actually eat a lot of aquatic invertebrates and stuff like that as well.
So it's kind of like a smaller, not as crazy looking caiman lizard.
Yeah, exactly. They do have the crazy like crocodile tail, but they don't have the crazy colors of the caiman lizard.
So Armin, I've always wondered, why do you like the weirdest stuff I've never heard of?
It just intrigues me, and it's cool to show other people what's out there that you never knew before. I don't know, crested geckos are still an amazing animal. When you look at them for what they are, they're awesome, but when everyone has them, kind of makes it not as fun for me. So I guess I just like being a little different.
So Willie, I'm trying to find animals I've never seen before at this expo before. What have you seen that you never saw before?
Well, have you seen, there's a Sasquatch.
A cryptozoid Sasquatch?
Yeah.
What's he look like?
He's kind of like if I let my hair down. He's kind of like this, but he kind of.
What's he smell like?
Have you ever like left roaches in a bag too long and you kind of smell them from far away? Yeah, that.
Okay, I'm gonna try to find him.
Yeah, find it.
All right, thanks, Will.
Be careful.
Good morning, Dave.
Good morning, Adam.
Dave, what's been your favorite thing that you've seen at the expo so far?
This 50th cup of coffee this morning that I've had.
What morph is it?
It's Colombian.
Another species I've never heard of, Candoya carinata. So boa species generally are from the New World, where you find pythons in the Old World. But these animals are found in the Solomon Islands in Indonesia, which is clearly the Old World. Something like a Dumeril's boa, for example, where they act just like what you'd find in the New World. Boas that have live birth, they don't produce eggs. These guys here also, because they're arboreal species, you're gonna find them up in the trees. And an animal that's this thin and that doesn't have that much of a robust body, you wouldn't think would be that strong, but it's very strong. I was shocked. Almost kind of like a scrub python in a miniature form with a way cooler face. And also they're really, really easy to breed. And I think that I might have to bring these in. I've never seen them before, but I think that this might be my entire new personality. Move over Antaresia, we've got ourselves some Candoya carinata.
Another species I've never seen or heard of before are these common monkey lizards or smoothback bush anoles. It's a species of anole that's native to Venezuela, Trinidad and Tobago, that area of the world, and usually found in forest and scrublands. So this is an anole species. They look like anoles sort of, but they also look a little unworldly. The way that they move around is so unique, and they're very common to be very handleable. These animals here were bought by my buddy Fitz at the expo. He pulled them out for the first time ever right in front of me, and they just sat on his shoulder. These are insectivores, so this species is going to eat things like crickets, mealworms, dubia roaches, all the good stuff that you know and love for everything else that you're going to feed in the anole family. Being an anole, they're semi-arboreal, which means that they're going to be in the trees most of the time, so set them up in a big tall enclosure as tall as you can. I just can't believe these things aren't more popular. This, in my opinion, is like the mountain horn dragon of the anole world. They're going to catch on.
Can you tell me about your Leachianus gecko?
So this Leachianus gecko, he comes from Australia. He's a pretty fancy leechy. He climbs trees.
What do you feed him?
He eats a lot of quail.
A lot of quail?
Yeah, he eats a lot of quail.
So why don't you feed him a rapashi diet like all the other Leachianus geckos?
You know, for some odd reason, he just denied the rapashi diet. He wasn't having it. He said, give me some quail.
You know, it kind of looks like you took a savanna monitor and a Leachianus gecko and mixed them with a crested gecko, and then this came out. This is a hybrid, kind of like they did with the dire wolf? Is that how you got it?
Yeah, pretty much. You know, it's a Bell's lychee, but you know, it's a
brand new species and more.
Exactly, we're hybriding them.
Can you tell me about this leopard gecko?
So this leopard gecko actually came from Armin at Herptime.
Really?
Yeah, Armin blessed me with him, and I was pretty happy about it, to be honest with you. His name's Squid.
So you just feed him mealworms, obviously, right? Like not too big?
Yeah, mealworms, rapeshi.
Okay.
Yeah. He doesn't really go for the Pangea.
But obviously you have to be careful because his tail will fall off being a leopard gecko, right?
Oh yeah, they regrow though. This is the 5th time it's regrown.
Oh gotcha.
Yeah. It just keeps going. And they're not nails, they're suction cups.
Oh.
But
you keep them at a 20-gallon, right?
Oh yeah, 20-gallon all day. You can't have it too big. They got to be able to find the food.
This guy's name is Robert from Farmhouse Reptiles. I get to meet a lot of cool people, and Robert's one of them. This is a black dragon, my dream species, and this guy here we showed that we said was a lychee, that's a lace monitor. Specializing in monitors is something I've always wanted to do, and I'm so glad there's guys like Robert out there that I can live a little bit through without actually having all those monitors. This is what a real Leachianus gecko looks like, and all of these animals I've never seen at an expo before. This is a southern white-lip python, the most incredible all-black snake with white outlines around his lips, hence the name. Thanks to Predator Reptile Center for showing off this animal to me. Capital City Pythons showed me the biggest, most insane Gila monster I've ever seen. This dude is an absolute unit, and a puppy dog. And of course he had a black dragon too, because I just didn't need to be any more jealous that everyone has them except for me. At this point, I've seen a lot of things at Reptile Expos, but never things like this centipede here, which can actually cohab with other centipedes. Or this duckbill looking tree frog. These rib newts that I've never seen before too. Or a cohab with all these cool species, which is only for display, but it's still kind of cool to see just for a little bit. But really, I could have done this entire video at Armin's booth, Herptime. He's got regular stuff like croc skinks we've all seen, and then some micro geckos most of us have never heard of, but this is the coolest animal that I knew nothing about at the whole expo.
Number one, we're back here at Herptime. Armin, what is this thing? It looks like a tokay gecko that has stars on it.
So this is common name the Starry Night tokay gecko. They've only really been found in one cave in Thailand. A few years ago they were discovered, and only a few, less than a couple dozen, have come into the United States, and here is one of them.
So you are one of the lucky people that finally have these things. I remember seeing these in like a magazine or maybe like a Facebook post, and I couldn't even believe that they were real.
They're really amazing animals. The care is just like a tokay gecko. They're just a little bit smaller. They seem to be able to take it a little cooler because they're from like caves. I personally haven't bred them yet, but hopefully we'll soon.
Do they have a vocalization like it's okay?
Yeah, they do.
Armin, I don't really talk about the prices of these reptiles in videos, but if I wanted to buy one of these at this expo, how much do they go for?
Right now, they're about like $1,200 US, which is probably like 5 million Canadian.
5 million Canadian?
Yeah.
This is unprompted, by the way. He already knew that. Awesome. So if you wanted to buy one and you wanted to bring one to a different country, like maybe a snowier country, you think now is probably the time, eh?
Now's the time. Right now, they're not on any CITES listing. They're not protected in Thailand. I believe soon they will be, which is probably for the better, since if they're only from one cave, that would be important. There should be enough of them now in the hobby that we can keep them going, and enough bloodlines. So now's the time to get them.
Do you believe that we're protecting the species if we breed them in captivity?
We are protecting them in a way that if we're able to produce enough and stop people from smuggling them, it discourages smuggling them, because if they're captive bred and you can get them for a cheaper price captive bred, then it's worth it. That's it. We could talk about that for hours. So short answer, yes and no.
Yes, sort of, kind of.
Yes.
Very cool. Thanks, Armin. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Truly, I think I'm going to have to buy a couple of these. Let me know in the comment section below if you'd like to see that. With the big national expos, they're twice a year in each city usually. And if you're wondering, should I go to both? Are they different? The answer is yes, vastly different. Tinley that I showed you in October and this Tinley in March of 2025, completely different. And we put on one of the biggest and coolest events I've ever been part of, and I couldn't be more excited to be part of it again this coming October.
Welcome to the very first Chewy build-off at Tinley NARBC. Thank you for being here.
Wishing you all luck.
Yes, I wish all of you luck. If you want to beg, borrow, and steal all the supplies, have fun. It'll be really great. If you want to make videos, fantastic. The big rule is have fun and make the coolest enclosures that you guys can make. Otherwise, you can buy things from the expo if you need. Everything that's around here, you guys first come, first serve. You can make it for any species that you want. So it doesn't matter if you want to make it for a small species, big species, doesn't matter. You're not taking them home. They're getting raffled off for US Arc. So someone's gonna have this enclosure, think about the utility of it, or just make it look super cool. Other than that, go.
Appreciate the opportunity.
Cheaters.
Hey, I'm just a cute little baby. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm a gecko breeder, right?
So, John, what's the plan? What's the plan besides cheating in your own corner of the room all by yourself?
So the plan is to make it, to finish, I guess we've got to do that first or something. I don't want to give away too much. I want to be a little secretive. But I'm just a sweet little baby, so it's not going to turn out very good.
Nobody puts goldenrod in the corner. As well as our 5 dedicated teams for these enclosures, we had one enclosure being built by the Dream Team. I'm not sure if it's a Dream Team. This team is led by... Dave, what are you doing?
I am signing DVDs is what I am doing this morning.
You got?
I am trying to do a backdrop, however, this does not fit in this very well. That's called aspect ratio.
So what are you going to do?
This is smaller than this. Dump water on it and see if it grows, and therefore it will fill the entire enclosure.
Can you dump water on me and see if I grow?
Tried that before. The other thing was too small, so I had to go with something bigger. Behold, I don't know how we're going to get this into that enclosure. Back at my table, I have a machine called a debigulator, and I'm going to put it in there and hopefully shrink this down to size. So if you look to see how good Fear to Fascination is doing with their enclosure right here, they are really all like glue. They are really doing this enclosure incredibly. I've got to do much better than them. This is competition. I have got our Flukers bedding right here. Check this out. This is how we're going to do this. We're going to take that lock off. We're going to open this door. We are going to set this thusly, set that thusly, close the door, grab my coffee, call it a day. Bye, everyone.
What's your plan here?
I don't have one because I've never built a spray foam background before, literally not a single time. So I'm just kind of winging it.
So what if you win? What are you going to do with all of your winnings?
I don't know. That championship belt looked really cool, so I'm excited about that. $500 to Chewy would be pretty sick. I've got some big plans so that don't involve this one because I don't know what to do with this one, but I hope it looks good.
Something.
You going that towards the show? Yeah, give that to Brian. Brian, got it.
Is this your contribution, Johnny?
Yes. I'm only able to lift things up and put them down.
Like bags of bedding?
Yes, I spread evenly for you.
Thanks.
So we're about an hour into the build-off, and as you can see, a lot of these enclosures are virtually done. In the same way that Garrett would call them done until an hour before the end of the video. So these ones here are not done, and then there's other ones that are. How do you guys feel about your progress?
Oh, it's a work in progress.
We're just getting going. We got a little Vegas in here. You got the magic 8-ball for the good luck, and we're going desert themed instead of tropical.
A few minutes later.
And then all of a sudden, I started noticing the dirt falling off from this, and it's like getting gooey again. It was starting to get hard, and all of a sudden it started to get gooey again. I'm not sure why, because it's snowing outside.
So what are you going to do?
We're gonna have to apply more Gorilla Glue in these areas and just toss some of this bedding over the top and hope that it works, because I already did one layer of that and it looks like it didn't
I'm
work.
gonna start blowing on it for the next 3 hours.
I think we just need time at this point.
Kylie, what did you do?
You know, sometimes life gets in the way. No one told me life was gonna be this way.
This is what happened. So Dave came in, and Dave put in the bags of dirt.
You mean the bag?
The
of
bag.
dirt?
Well, there was 2 bags.
There was 2
initially.
bags. He opened one.
No, Johnny Venom opened it. So it's been teamwork so far.
Okay, so the teamwork. So let me get this straight. Dave put the bags in.
Yep.
Johnny Venom opened one of them.
Yes.
And so it's almost done.
It's almost done. I think we're gonna win.
Well, so you're telling me like if I open that bag, then that's it. We're done.
I mean, it's you can do as much or as little as you want, Brian. It's all the world is yours.
Wow. I'm just gonna take it so that nobody sees the embarrassment of the collaboration that's happened here today. Let's get it out of here. All right, there we go. See you later.
Bye,
Adam,
Brian.
Have fun.
Thanks for coming. How's your build going about 2 hours in?
It's going good. I'm about done.
You're about done?
Yeah.
And did you pick an animal that you're going to be putting in this, or no?
No, I'm trying to keep it open-ended, but something arboreal.
You guys don't know this, but I ran around the entire lake out there.
Why?
I was looking for a rock. There's no rocks.
After a brief absence, Cusco came back to help finish the enclosure.
Saving the sea turtles is what you're saying?
Not only am I just gonna, because I could remove it, and then this could still end up in a sea turtle's nose, but not if I eat it. Gone. The noise that it's making is literally making my skin crawl.
What if you sang a song about Dave Kaufman as you did it to drown it out?
Dave Kaufman, this is your body. Dave Kaufman, I'm sawing it in half.
What do you think of our enclosure so far?
Well,
Not great.
not great.
It needs room for improvement.
Okay, so do you think you can improve it?
We're gonna do our best. We're gonna do our best.
We're the dynamic duo.
And then there's Brad's bioactive builds just going to town, making one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
Cam, how do you feel now?
Better.
Better? You feel better now?
Yes, better.
How's it look? How do you think it looks?
I think it looks okay.
You got-
For our first go at it.
You've got 15 minutes. You think you're going to pull it off?
Yes.
Yes?
I can do this bottom part in 15 minutes for sure.
You believe in yourself?
Yes.
Closures were raffled off, but now you get to decide who had the best enclosure by voting below. You actually don't. The voting's over and Cody won. He did a good job. Good job, Cody. Congratulations. The vibe of the same expo in a different month can be completely different. In January, I went out to California to go just goof around with my friends, and I made one of the silliest videos I ever did, and I had so much fun.
Welcome to Wiccan's Wicked Reptiles. We're here at the Pomona Reptile Super Show. Gonna check out some awesome stuff. And
That's not Adam Wickens. That's if you ordered Adam Wickens from Wish, you'd get Riley. So anyway, we're gonna go over here. I'm gonna show you all the coolest stuff at the Pomona Super Show. I'm gonna go find Bob Bloodsoe, Dave Kaufman. We're gonna search for Dave Kaufman. We're gonna go to the Chewy booth. We got somebody bought a snake for the very first time, and I'm gonna make fun of all of your favorite YouTubers to their face.
People love going to reptile expos to see animals they've never seen before, to meet like-minded people, and to get the best deals not only on animals, but on supplies. But when my friends at Chewy sent me out to California for the weekend, I had something different in mind. I wanted to find out in person how much reptile YouTubers actually know about reptiles. Could I find a real reptile expert?
Bob Bloodsoe.
Adam Wickens.
What type of snake do you have there?
What I have right here is a corn snake. And corn snakes are called corn snakes because they're almost the color of corn. And you can see this one's orange, corn's yellow, this one's orange. I've heard some people call these house snakes because you do find them in homes. Corn snakes like to come out of the cornfields. This is also why we call them corn snakes, is they eat corn. They come out of the cornfields, they go into the homes, and people are like, look at this house snake, I found it in a house. So,
is it true they also eat houses?
They eat houses?
Is that true? I've heard that.
Adam, if you say it, I would assume it's true.
Garrett Hartle of Retail Reptiles told me that.
Oh, then yes, it's absolutely true. They eat houses. Yeah, it would probably take a number of them to get a house down, but I'm sure they would do it.
Okay. Also, you have something in your beard.
Oh, I do?
Yeah.
Huh. I don't know.
Okay. Thanks, Bob.
Yeah.
All right, Brooke, what do you got?
I've got an Amazon tree boa here. Beautiful specimen.
So they're from the Amazon then?
Yes.
Or did you buy it from Amazon and that's why it's called that?
I bought it from Amazon. It was a discounted because it wasn't it wasn't brand new. It was more of good used.
Is it an Amazon Prime item? Like it came to your house in one day?
Yes.
Wow, that's really exciting. So what do the Amazon tree boas eat?
He eats pigs.
Oh, wow.
Javelina pigs only.
Do they eat boa lizards or no?
Sometimes.
Sometimes?
Yes. It's not their favorite though.
Great. I learned so much. Thank you so much, Brooke. I really appreciate it.
She calls herself boa lizards. Boas aren't even lizards. I'm starting to think that creators don't even know what they're talking about when it comes to reptiles at all. At these shows, you get to see some things that you'll never see in the world. In the comments, guess what this snake is. I'm going to tell you why it's called what it's called, where it comes from, and then you can guess in the comment section. Now, the eyes of it, it looks like Brian said, like nostrils of any other snake. It doesn't look like the eyes should be there. Now, this is a fully aquatic snake. They come from Asia. They're called elephant trunk snakes. And what I want to show you is how the tongue looks. Because it's like it almost doesn't have a shaft. It's just two little forks. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. Give me one more little tongue flick. And their skin feels like, I guess like what Brian said is like a file. It doesn't feel like what you'd think a snake to feel like. It's kind of like, imagine what you think a beaded lizard would feel like. That's what these guys feel like. And they're fully aquatic, so they feel floppy. This thing has no interest in me at all. It doesn't want to move away from me. It doesn't want to get away from me. It feels like it's almost like just a ball python that has no muscle tissue whatsoever. So super cool, a bag of bones, kind of like potatoes and a sausage casing. And his name is Trunky now. And this is an elephant trunk snake. Ryan?
Adam?
Can you tell me why elephant trunk snakes are called elephant trunk snakes?
Yeah, listen. So elephants are a thing, right? They exist, they're real creatures.
Yeah.
They go out in the water,
Okay.
and every now and then, one of their trunks will just fall off, like either
Okay.
from old age or from misuse.
Yeah.
And then once it falls off, it becomes its own animal, which is the elephant trunk snake.
I didn't know that. That's really cool. Where did you learn that?
I watched Dave Kaufman's videos.
Oh, okay. And Dave Kaufman, he never lies in his videos.
No. That guy's full of factual, good information.
Did you know that his hair's a wig? The more you know.
How would you say hello in Hawaii?
Bonjour.
Right there.
Nice. Sounds made up. Okay, great. Thanks. Garrett from Reach Out Reptiles. What is it that you have in your hand right there? It looks so familiar.
So this is actually the world's smallest reticulated python. It's not an African house snake for sure. It's because I keep it, and you know I only keep dwarf and super dwarf retics. We're gonna call this one the super duper dwarf reticulated python.
Wow.
And absolutely gonna take the world by storm.
Where are they from?
Indonesia.
Oh, what island?
KwaZulu-Natal.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Garrett. I really appreciate your insight and expertise.
You're welcome.
I heard that anacondas are the best animals who don't like getting bit by snakes.
That's fair, yeah.
And the yellow anacondas, why are they called yellow anacondas?
Because they're not green.
Greens are better.
Why are they better?
They're just better.
And why are they called green anacondas?
Because they're a little more green.
And they got mixed with the blue one. She's got an anaconda named Blue. Mix that one with the yellow, so you got green.
So I heard that you can actually hybridize these with ball pythons and leopard geckos. Is that true?
Sure.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Megaconda. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Well, that's too bad. Somebody who makes their entire personality anacondas and doesn't even know that they can't hybridize with leopard geckos. I gotta go find somebody who actually knows what they're talking about.
Hey, MJ.
Yes.
Can you tell me about that ball python?
Okay, so it's pretty wild, right? So super fire, clown, het DG, possible het, Skellis het.
That's amazing. So why is the head shaped the way that it is?
Because it's het Skellis.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Well, that was illuminating. MJ, the biggest mouthpiece on the internet, and he doesn't even know what a ball python is. This whole thing's been like a whole disappointing experience, I think, so far. I need to find a real reptile expert. All expos are different, but the Western Canadian Reptile Expo has a whole bunch of things you've probably never seen before and a bunch of people I've never met. And then at the end of the video, we're gonna go find rattlesnakes. The cool thing about coming to reptile expos like this is you get to meet all sorts of boneheads, and I've got one right here. So this is a spectacled caiman. These caimans, they aren't the biggest of caimans, but also don't go ahead and get one just, oh, it's a caiman, it's small, it's not an alligator, it's not a crocodile. You still don't want this. And you definitely don't want to have an animal that you have to tape its mouth closed so it doesn't bite all your neighbors. But what you want to do is you want to come to expos like this one so you can say hi and touch them and pet them and give them funny names like Bonehead. But of course, don't get one of these things. It's not a really good pet. They're just really cool to see. And this is Bonehead, spectacled caiman.
Jeffy's Reptiles, and I always thought that he was the ugliest one in the hobby, but what we have here is a spectacled caiman, and he's got kind of a cool looking face. He might actually be more handsome than you.
We gotta compare.
So, Fadi, if you had to guess what the coolest thing at the whole expo was, what would it be?
I think you're already holding him.
Yeah.
So Bonehead, obviously.
So obviously you're an expert on spectacled caiman. So
100%.
Please tell me exactly what region they come from, what they eat, how big they get, and tell me all sorts of things about spectacled caimans.
Perfect. They are vegetarians.
Yep.
They come from Antarctica. We need them as cold as possible. Like if you can get an ice room and put them in it, even better. Sometimes I believe they brewmate them in freezers and stuff.
Yep.
The reality is I know absolutely nothing about speckled caimans. Spectacles? Speckled? One of the other. They're just very cool and probably not the best pets.
What he forgot to mention, and people don't really know this, is you always want to cohabitate them with small dogs like Pomeranians or Shih Tzus. You always want to do that. They're really cuddly, and if you have pet rabbits, they actually will like to, they kind of hop on and then they ride them into battle. It's this really cool thing that they do.
Just make sure their mouth is not taped around the rabbits, just
Obviously,
in case, you know what I mean?
And also, it's a really good children's pet. So if you're looking for a new loved one for your family, if you have like a new baby or something, get yourself a spectacled caiman.
The younger the baby, the better.
That's right. Megatron's first pet. So we're at the Western Canadian Reptile Expo, and I'm here with my buddy Asher's Amphibians. You should check out his channel. But Asher, okay, so listen, you have amphibians, obviously. Sometimes you dress up as bald men on the internet.
That's true, yeah.
And also I heard that you just got crabs.
That's right, yeah.
Okay, all right, so can we see the crabs?
These are red tomato vampire crabs. Absolutely gorgeous species of crab. They're like terrestrial too, which is super cool.
So what makes vampire crabs cooler than all the other crabs?
It's their size. They're so small and their ease of care. They're like super easy. You just need a little UVB, which I didn't know about till I got here, and they eat just about anything. So they're awesome.
It's like a crustacean that needs like the same sort of environment as like lizards because they need that UV. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to his channel. There'll be a link below. Asher, thanks for coming out, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it. Another really good first-time pet is 13-foot Burmese pythons. Now, of course, another great one to cohabitate with babies and small children and small animals too. So I always put my hamsters in the same enclosures as my Burmese pythons because they do like to snuggle. And of course, these are a warm-blooded species, so you don't have to worry about putting lights or heat or any of that stuff. And because they're salad eaters, it's just really easy just to grow a garden, and Burmese pythons are wriggly little worms. I'm gonna put this one back now. In all seriousness, it's really cool to see these vestigial legs on the back of this animal. So basically it's spurs, and what he does is he uses them to walk on a female to let her know, hey, I'm ready to go. Are you ready to go? And then they get the thing going, and then it's like a whole thing, and then the babies come out like afterwards. But it's really cool to see because if you've seen that clip of people saying, oh, well, snakes actually do have legs.
A snake. A snake do have 2 feet. Yeah, they flip the snake over. They got like 2 little small legs. I swear.
No, it don't, bro.
Okay.
No, it don't.
Okay.
Stop playing.
A snake got 2 legs.
They actually do. They do have legs, but they're not lizards, and lizards who have no legs are also not snakes. It's a whole other thing, but you can watch this video and I'll explain more.
We're here at the WCRE. Adam's in the bathroom, so you're getting me for the rest of the video. That's it. That's all. Fun fact, I am the coolest reptile here, and Adam is the coolest Habibi here. Alright, peace.